Welcome back, everyone. We're on James Bond Jr. comic number 8. We're over halfway through, and let me tell you, this is one of the wildest ones I've seen so far. But does it being wild make it good? Not necessarily. Let's check this one out and see if it's a good or a bad one. We start our story in the Caribbean, but this tropical paradise is about to get rudely interrupted as a brand new island comes up from the sea. In the air, we see a Chinook helicopter which is carrying two dastardly villains, Walker D. Plank and good old Goldfinger. Wonder what these two are scheming up. Turns out Goldfinger has a tectonic mass displacer, and this was a demonstration of it for Plank. In true Goldfinger fashion, we get him detailing on a model what they're going to do. I love how the speech Goldfinger gives refers to him and Plank as criminal masterminds, as we have seen like all of their schemes crash and burn, but whatever. Goldfinger says that even though they were once rivals, they will now be lords of the Western Hemisphere. Plank tells him that he has found the wreckage of the Spanish treasure armada, which was sunk in a typhoon in the 1600s, and that it was laden with Aztec gold. Unfortunately for Plank, it lies too deep for his subs to reach. Not very good of a pirate, especially one who literally thought that his remote control ships could literally conquer the world a few stories back. Now they can't even do deep dives on the ocean floor. Goldfinger's machine can shift the Earth's crust, making a new continent rise up, which will have the Spanish treasure armada on it, which will be Goldfinger's loot, and apparently, when the mini continent surfaces, all the water will then flood the United States, leaving that to Plank and his men to plunder. The men of the villain alliance seem to like the plan very much. I do love the frames that show off the henchmen of the villains. Very professional looking bunch. Goldfinger then states they will head for the Crossbones Island. So we have two villains joining forces for one of the most far-fetched plans ever. Sign me up. We flash to our heroes, but at this time, they are not at Warfield Academy, but on a CIA safe island provided by Gordo's dad, Felix. Bond Jr. wonders where IQ is and then goes to check on him as he is working on his new telescope. IQ notices several helicopters around on an island in the distance. Of course, this leads to Junior and the gang getting a speedboat and going over to Crossbones Island, which is, at this point, reminding me a lot of Crab Key. Bond Jr. reckons whatever is going on the island, it's probably on the volcanic cone on the island. So they go for a bit of rock climbing. When at the top, they find the choppers and Goldfinger's machine. As they look on, Oddjob and a new character named Blunderbuss show up, taking them prisoner. And I guess that Blunderbuss must be like maybe Walker D. Plank's version of Jaws. I don't know, I dig it though. The gang is tied up and told that they will be made to drown, which the teenagers seem to take pretty good. And they're even joined by sharks that are being let in by Blunderbuss. Goldfinger and Plank get aboard the sub, even naming the new continent that will rise Goldplank. Catchy name. Bond Jr. manages to get his ropes off by using shark's teeth and rescues his friends. Jr. comes up with an idea. He and Gordo use waves to surf out to the sub, infiltrating the sub and laying low until they find the control room. Jr. and Gordo reverse the machine and head for a helicopter to escape, just as Goldfinger and Plank start to butt heads, each blaming one another for the plan not working, and Plank ordering Goldfinger and his men to be thrown in the brig, and Goldfinger revealing that he has left mines on the sub, which he activates, which sinks the ship, and our heroes get away and meet up with the gang. Flying away, they give a thought to Plank and Goldfinger, who are now sitting on the seafloor. Our story ends with our gang of heroes taking some well-deserved time off on the beach. So let's talk about what I like and what I don't like out of this comic book. I love the far-fetched plot of, making the new continent. I love how they even name the continent Goldplank. I love that Goldfinger and Walker de Plank's working together. I mean, I like the addition of the blunderbuss henchman for Walker de Plank. I mean, what kind of villain is how good's a villain if he doesn't have a henchman? You know what I mean? Some of the things I don't like, it seems like this is a very rushed comic book. I think a lot of it uses frames that are very similar to each other, or panels. Maybe that's what they're called. I'm not really a comic book guy, so I don't know this stuff. Just seems like a lot they're just kind of reusing a lot of the backgrounds. I could be completely wrong. Maybe they didn't do that. It's just what I got out of what I was reading. And I really don't like the whole Bond using a shark's mouth to cut the ropes. I mean, that seems very, very like far-fetched, and I hate to keep on using that word for this comic book, but I just kind of thought that was a very easy and cheap way to get out of it. I don't know. It just didn't seem like there was as much substance as what we've been having. I know it seems weird to be saying about a James Bond Jr. comic book because you wouldn't think that they would have much substance to begin with, but I don't know. Just them being on a private island, just as weird as it sounds, is not as exciting as Warfield Academy, and you would think the CIA island would be cool. But anyway, enough rambling from me. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've made it all the way through, give me a like and comment and subscribe. Tell me what you think about James Bond Jr. Tell me what you think about this video. Did I do a good job? Did I not? Tell me about it, and I will see you next time.